me today. I'm Mark. This is Spiguyver Backpacking. We are out on the trail. Got Rain Man just ahead of me, and we are out on the Ouachita Trail doing miles 138 through I think just over 200. So knocking off a pretty good section this weekend. We got in last night. We hit the trail about somewhere around 10 or so, 10:30. Did about 4.4 miles. Got in just before midnight to camp. We got to the shelter. There were actually people at the shelter, so we set up a couple hundred yards from the shelter. And we literally just got our stuff set up when skies opened up. As we were hiking in, you know, there was lightning all around us. The rumbling was relatively quiet until the last mile or so. But we had just got camp set up, just got the tarp up, just got the hammock hung, and it opened up and unleashed, and we had a pretty good thunderstorm going around us for a little while. It was pretty short-lived, probably hour, about 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. Everything died down and we finally got to sleep. But good to be out on the trail. Love this trail. This trail is incredible. It's just well maintained, just a really nice trail, and you know, everything's starting to bloom. You've got greens coming back, you've got trees that are blooming a little bit, you've got the whites out there, you've got some pinks kind of hanging around, but just beautiful out here. So we're gonna head out. We've got about 15 and a half today, and I'll bring you back when we have something cool to look at. So we're about 7 miles into the day, and just coming down. Trail wraps, it's up there, and then it wraps down around and comes up here to this shelter. And man, the friends of the Ouachita Trail do an amazing job. We were just actually talking about what an amazing job they do maintaining the trail, but then they do things like this. So you can see the picnic table that Rain Man's on there. Nice new picnic table. The old one's back there. But check this out. So you can see the old shelter right here, and you can see the old roof came out to about there, but then they extended it out. They put stairs going up here, nice benches. I mean, this is pretty cool. Benches on either side, nice work area up here, very clean, well taken care of shelters. I mean, this is extremely well done. You don't see many like this at all, and it is a beautiful day out here. We're just lucky Lucky to be able to do this. And here we are at camp for the night. So we made it to the Moonshine Shelter. Dude, I looked around. I think that name is misleading. I saw no moonshine anywhere around here. I'll keep looking. All right, so this is camp. I'm set up right here. I got the banyan and my hammock gear palace tarp up. Mainly right now it's there to block the wind from me. Then we've got a couple picnic tables here, kind of spread out on those. And then Rain Man is up, right up there. So I just went down and got some water. And I'm gonna take you guys down there and show you guys the pond that is the water source. The closest water source to this, this shelter. The next closest is quite a ways. So here's the pond. One of the great things about this trail is that it has, well, I mean, the trail itself is awesome. But a great thing about being able to hike it and know where water sources are and where shelters and other good campsites are is that it has the Guthook app. So this is one of the trails that Guthook has done. They've got the whole map with all the waypoints, with all of the spots where you can get water, scenic views, stuff like that. And it does give you the opportunity at water sources, shelters, other scenic points to put in comments and leave photos. Well, one of the comments here was that you need to pre-filter the water, which is as simple as using like a buff or a bandana before you put the water in. You know, using like a cup, putting that over there, scooping it out, and then putting it into your bag that you're going to actually filter the water from. Or like what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scoop up the water, use it, and then I will back flush my filter the next time we get to a good water source. But one of the things here, they mentioned the tadpoles. You can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but I keep looking over there because there is a bullfrog that I can hear. But one of the things that it said was be careful when scooping up water for the tadpoles. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it right here. You see all of the tadpoles in the water? Let me see if I can get a shot where you can get some. It's right there. You see those guys? There are thousands upon thousands of these guys swimming around in the water here. Good morning. And I was out early last night, like 9 o'clock. Just fell asleep. Slept through the night. About 2:30 we had something that was making some weird noises out here, almost like a horse barking noise. I don't know what it was, but it was pretty loud. Woke both of us up. All right, so before I was so rudely interrupted by a dead battery, I was telling you guys about sleeping good and waking up to a beautiful morning with sun on the ground, and it's a nice looking morning. It's crisp though. It's crisp, it's cool. It's cooler out here than we expected it to be. And I purposely decided not to go with any really warm clothes and test out this this like throw. It's almost like a Costco down, but it's from Get Out Gear. Testing this throw, and it's got snaps on it, so you can use it kind of like a poncho, like I'm using it right now. And it works out really well. It actually gives you really good coverage and keeps you nice and warm. I got some coffee down here, so I'm gonna sit down, drink my coffee, and then we'll start tearing down. As you can see, Rayman's actually behind me, already tearing down, getting that head start. So we'll be hitting the trail here pretty soon. So now I'm sitting here and I've got my coffee. I can calm down and talk to you guys normal. Man, that's good coffee. Brought the pour over, the GSI pour over, and I'm using filters and freshly ground coffee. Makes for a Very, very nice morning cup of coffee. Rayman had some G7, not quite as nice, but still pretty good. For an instant, it's good. It's got the cream and sugar already in it, so it. I drink this black, but that's kind of a nice treat when you're out on the trail. Gives you a couple extra calories in the morning too. So we did, the first night we came in, like I said, in the dark. We did 4.4 miles to that shelter. People were in the shelter. They actually had their tents set up on the platform. So we actually didn't even go up to the shelter. We just saw that there were people there. We saw the reflection off of some of their stuff. I mean, it was after midnight. We definitely weren't going to go up and be noisy. So we headed out into the woods, found a couple of trees, not that far, probably, like I said, about a couple hundred yards from the shelter, and set up there, and everything was good. We just beat out those storms that night, but we did. Got up. We did 15.2 or 15.4 yesterday. And then I think we've got 16.8 today. We're both kind of out of shape. It's been a while since we've been out here. While I've been hitting the gym, it's not the same as hiking. It's not the same as walking for miles and miles for hours and hours with everything on your back. So I'm a little bit sore today. For sure. I know Rainman mentioned he was a little bit sore as well. We've got that, 16 or so miles today, and yeah, it'll be good. It'll be, another fun day. I don't expect us to keep the pace that we kept yesterday, but who knows? Stranger things have happened. We maintained 3.1 to 3.2 for the entire day yesterday, which is something we haven't done in a while. We definitely have slowed down on the last few trips we've done, so that was a lot faster pace than we've been doing, but both of us felt pretty good all day. So we'll see how today we actually feel when we get out there. But I'm gonna finish up this coffee and start tearing stuff down, and then we'll head out. So as you hike along, your mind kind of drifts and you think about lots of different things. And so one of the things I was thinking about, I carry this Garmin Inreach Mini, and it's, it's a peace of mind type thing when I'm out solo or out here. I mean, right now, Rayman and I aren't together. We aren't most of the time when we're out hiking. We're quite a bit apart throughout the day. If I was to get hurt, it's the peace of mind that I can push a button and someone can find me. But what I find amusing is that it is a device by Garmin, which is all about GPS. It's got a dedicated satellite antenna on it. Yet today when I started the trip, and pretty much every day, every morning when I start this thing up, it takes miles before it acquires a GPS position, a lock on where I am, and starts tracking. Today it was 2 miles in. So 30 to 40 minutes of hiking before it acquired a signal. At least enough of a lock to be able to say this is where I am and start tracking me. Alternatively, I'm carrying my iPhone. And even out here in the woods, I get on my iPhone, go to the map, and the GPS instantly knows exactly where I am. I can shut the phone off, turn it back on. It will know exactly where I am, if not instantly, within seconds. But yet a dedicated GPS device takes miles. And even if I'm standing still, it takes forever to acquire. Something's just not right with that. Found a nice spot to stop here. There's a little bit of a flow here. You can see there's some water right here. That's not very nice, but if you go up a little bit, I think there's a spring up there, and it's kind of trickling down through. And it all kind of lands down here. There's a little bit of a holding pond, but it's nasty. And our filters are already, Rayman's filter is pretty much clogged up, almost no flow whatsoever. Mine, I tried backwashing it. I backflushed it quite a bit this morning, ran an entire liter through it. And it's flowing. I mean, it flows okay, but it's pretty slow. So I just stopped here. I think I hear Rayman coming down the hill. I've already filtered and drank a couple of bottles of water, had something to eat, got the shoes off, just kind of lounging here. Good spot. There he is. Got camp set up, and we're right here. Those pools that I showed you along the trail are right up there. And I went and sat and soaked my feet, soaked my calves kind of in there. I've actually got a pair of shorts that I was thinking about switching into and going and getting a little bit deeper in there. But laid around for, I don't know, about a half hour, just kind of lounging here, relaxing. 16.8 for the day. It was a good day. I felt really good all day. But now I'm hungry, and it's time for some yakitori chicken and fried rice from Outdoor Pantry. And this is one of, you guys have seen me use this one quite a bit. It's one of my favorite trail meals, especially a lunch or a small dinner. It is delicious. And I keep forgetting to bring some soy sauce, but add a little bit of soy sauce to that, and it is incredible. Doesn't take all that long to rehydrate. 1 cup of water, and actually I go about 7 ounces, 6 to 7 ounces, not 8 ounces. And you go a little bit too much, and it becomes almost like a little bit soupy. You go a little less, and it firms up and is a really, really nice meal, and one of my favorites for out on the trail. Plus, it's got a decent amount of calories. So this one has 480 calories, which even for a dinner isn't bad, but for a lunch it's great. Been definitely lower on calories out here, and you know, not doing breakfasts or anything. I'm feeling it first few hours we're out on the trail. And so I think tomorrow I'm gonna start off with a little something and then keep feeding it throughout the day, just to kind of keep me going a little bit better. A little bit shorter day tomorrow, but I think we may bypass where we're gonna stop. Looking on GutHook, the reviews of the shelter we were gonna stop at aren't great, and there's no water there. So if we press on for another mile, there seems to be a pretty reliable water source there with some good camping spots. So that might be what we decide to do. Kind of depends on how we're all feeling. But the plan was about 14.5 for tomorrow. Plus we've got a couple of side trips, one to Flatbill that we wanted to do, which people say is one of the best outlooks on the entire trail. And there is Lake Sylvia. We want to do the side trip to that. There may be a camp store there at the campground. And if so, we may grab something to take to have at camp. So be kind of cool. We'll check it out. But for right now, I'm going to enjoy this. Hey, what's going on? So today was a good day. I'm a little bit sore right now just because it was a longer day. We pushed, amazingly, I still averaged over 3.1 for the entire day. So we actually did more miles and got to camp sooner. So I'm going to try something a little different tomorrow and try and not get to camp at 2 o'clock. So I'll probably spend a little bit more time in camp in the morning, probably do 2 cups of coffee, do something to eat, hit the trail, and then probably do a lunch stop. And then if we can actually get a signal, I want to check to see if there truly is a store at Lake Sylvia. And if there is, then we'll head off trail. I think it's about a half mile each way, so it adds about a mile to the day. And then I think we've decided we're going at least a mile past the shelter to a water source that has camping. And depending on how we feel, maybe we'll go further. Then the last day, Tuesday, we've got 12.9. If we go that extra mile, it'll be 11.9 back to Chris's truck, and then he'll take me back to my car. But good day today. Had a lot of fun. Great trail. And I'm really looking forward. Tomorrow, they say, is the best view on the entire trail. So I'm really looking forward to that. So come back, check it out. Right now, time for me to call it a day. I'll see you in part 2 of this video. We'll pick up there. I'll see you guys down the trail.